Hello everyone, I'm Alex from bulletpointfitness.com, and in today's video I'm going to be covering all of the factors that are going to help you as a beginner be successful in your fitness goals. It's January, the new year's upon us, we've gained weight over the holiday period, so we're looking to lose it. January is usually the point at which people are most motivated, but unfortunately they start setting themselves up for failure every single time. I've seen this for years in the gyms that I've gone to and worked at, where I've seen the same faces sign up for their yearly membership every January, and every year they're a little bit larger than the year before. So I'm going to be giving you all of the points you should be thinking about to make sure that that isn't you, where you can actually be successful in achieving your fitness goals, whether it's losing weight or transforming yourself over the long term. So let's get started. The first factor to think about when trying to achieve your fitness goals is first to not set yourself unrealistic expectations. Unfortunately, people fall at this first hurdle. They think they can change their physique almost instantly. Unfortunately, that's not the way. Your body is a representation of all of the choices you've made up until that point, whether you've been conscious or unconscious of those choices. So how can we set realistic goals? In the realm of weight loss, this means going at a slower pace. Usually most recommendations are a maximum of losing a kilo a week. That would be an absolute maximum, because if you start losing weight at a faster rate, you're most likely going to then regain that weight back. The faster you lose weight, the faster the weight regain is. So I know this means having some patience. However, if you keep the progress slow and steady, it means it's going to be more sustainable, and you will keep the progress that you will make. By setting yourself more realistic targets and then achieving them, this will actually then get you on the train for progress, and not just to achieve progress, but actually to keep you on that train for as long as possible. Because this leads us on to the second main factor, which is consistency. Consistency is king. So how can we build consistency? The tactic I usually do with most of my clients is, for the first few weeks, the only requirement I have for them is to actually be in the gym. What they do in the gym, I'm not really too concerned about, because the first way of actually building consistency is by building in a routine. This is extremely important. To the people who continually go to the gym or whatever form of exercise they do, it's part of their lifestyle. It's a part of their routine. So we have a lot of people talking about discipline and motivation for achieving those goals, as those are the main drivers for success. They can be, and they are important. However, in terms of physical fitness and health, lifestyle is key, and most important to that lifestyle is routine. You want to get to the stage where you are actually already at the gym or already about to go for a run or whatever the activity may be, before even the question of whether you should be at the gym pops into your mind. You want to make that part of your routine where it's second nature. And the way to do that in the beginning is to actually set it as part of your current schedule or timetable. So with my clients, I say that the first requirement for them is to be in the gym, either to show up where they can swipe their card or place their fingerprint on the scanner, and I know that they've logged themselves in. And they need to do that for at least a month, maybe even longer. What they do in the gym, again, is not my primary concern at that point. The focus is on actually building the consistency and the routine, because once that is built in, then I can start focusing on what they're actually doing in the gym. Once consistency is built in, then you can focus on the next main factor, which is technique. Technique refers to making sure that you're doing each exercise, whatever the exercise may be, as efficiently and effectively as possible. Remember, whatever the exercise is, it's a new movement pattern, and to be able to master it, you must first learn how to do it. Before then, you can increase the intensity of the exercise itself. You've got to learn to walk before you can run. Having this more staggered and steady approach means that you're going to reduce the risk of any injuries rather than going full blast into each exercise which you may not be proficient in at that time. So in the beginning, once that consistency is set, then you can start focusing on the technique of that exercise. This is also why in the beginning, with the majority of my clients, I focus on exercises that are a low skill set. So this means more machine-based and cable-based exercises where muscles can be stimulated for growth much more simply, and we can then focus on intensity because the technique for each of these exercises is not super difficult and super advanced. Because you'll be fixed in a particular form, you'll be able to stimulate the muscle at a slightly faster rate. However, even if you choose to do movements or you want to learn more advanced weightlifting movements like a clean or a snatch, or you want to maximize a deadlift, or you want to maximize a back squat, remember, you have to learn the technique first. You need to master and have technical proficiency, because only then can you then stimulate the muscle effectively. Technique comes first before intensity. So make sure you're spending time learning the technique and mastering that technique of each exercise, because over the long term, you'll be able to improve the efficiency and effectiveness of the exercise and therefore your progress, while also minimizing the risk of injury. To anyone who has been in the gym or in their fitness journey for a long period of time, will tell you that if you can avoid injury or you can minimize the risk of getting injured, that is gold, because that means you can spend more time in the gym making progress. Every January and New Year, you feel a new zest or motivation for life. You feel like you need to kind of either declutter your life or organize it or reorganize it, or you're trying to set goals and ambitions. And that's great and fantastic. And you're at a point where motivation is high because you may want to change. However, this is fleeting. Don't rely on motivation and discipline to actually achieve your goals. Those are important, don't get me wrong. If you are disciplined and you have a high work ethic and you're motivated, those are extremely powerful factors. However, it's only built upon the consistent action and application of all of these behaviors over the long term that is actually going to get you the results that you want. The reason I can say this so wholeheartedly is not only my experience with my clients, but also with myself. I used to be overweight and obese as a teenager. And I've been going to the gym now for over 17 years. And I've gone through the relapses, the ups and downs, so I know from personal experience, but also with my education with the treatment of obesity and diabetes. This does take time, and you will have to be patient. However, you can achieve your fitness goals. You can. Having some motivation and discipline is important. However, it's built upon the consistent actions taken over the long term. That is how you're going to be successful. And more importantly, that's how you're going to keep the success and the progress that you make. To all the beginners out there, I wish you all the success possible in your fitness journey. If you have any questions, make sure to put them down in the comment sections below. Like and subscribe for more content, and head on over to bulletpointfitness.com for more information.